Alright, sup everybody, another Inquisition multiplayer tutorial. So we are looking at the Alchemist. And how do I like to play the Alchemist? Well, there's a couple of... You can go a couple of directions with the Alchemist. The Alchemist is, in my opinion, one of the most versatile classes that you can play. And I like to play it as a trapper, similar to the Hunter, that I lay traps pretty much everywhere. So Alchemy starts with the elemental mines, and elemental mines is an trap that you throw in front of you, or an assortment of traps that you throw in front of you, and all these traps deal 50% weapon damage, and they also chill your target. They place a fire dot, 50% damage per second fire dot, and they also shock their targets who steps on the mines. And with the throw everything upgrade, you will throw additional traps for every 5 stamina. So yeah, and you instantly wanna go for this ability, Flask of Fire. So what the Flask of Fire does, when you activate it, you will have no cooldowns and no stamina costs on any of your abilities for the duration of the buff, and you need both of these to gain the no cooldown thing. So basically, you pop Flask of Fire and then spam elemental mines pretty much everywhere on the battlefield. Most preferably under the enemy's feet. So you have to, if there's a big pack, you have to position yourself so that when you throw your mines, they actually land under the enemy's feet. So yeah, you can also block choke points with the elemental mines, so that's quite useful. Also, I've picked Flask of Frost because this will give me 85% damage resistance to all damage basically, and also any enemies that strike you in melee range will be frozen for 1 second. So that's pretty useful as survival ability. And also because of that, I've picked Killer's Alchemy and Ride the Storm. Basically what this does, Killer's Alchemy basically what it does is that whenever I use an elixir or a potion, I will gain a 15% damage bonus for 10 seconds, so that's quite useful. And with the Ride the Storm, the effect of my elixir lasts longer if I activate it immediately after another expires. So basically you cannot use Flask of Frost and Flask of Fire at the same time, the game won't let you. So if you use Flask of Frost first, and after the Frost expires you use Flask of Fire, your Flask of Fire instead of 5 seconds will last 8 seconds. So that will give you at least 2 more elemental mine throws in before the Flask of Fire expires. And vice versa, when your Flask of Fire expires, pop Flask of Frost and you will have 8 seconds of 85% damage resistance. And with the Alchemy Mastery, the duration bonus of the effects caused by your Alchemy lasts 25% longer. So all the chill durations and the fire damage dots from the elemental mines will last longer. So that's good. Also, you don't really need Flask of Frost. You can pick Toxic Cloud if you want to, but since you are a melee class, you kinda want the damage reduction, especially on the Perilous difficulty. So I've not picked Toxic Cloud personally, but I do like the Toxic Cloud, especially with the Explosive Toxin, that whenever a poisoned enemy dies, it will leave a toxic cloud behind him. So that's quite useful if you wanna go that route. Also, you can replace Flask of Frost with Shadow Strike. So you can actually deal some melee damage as well. So that's very important. I picked Shadow Strike so I can take this ability. This will give me my entire party a 5% chance to critically hit, so that's useful. That's very useful. And also with the Shadow Strike you can also gain access to I Was Never Here. So you can actually play like a rogue and move from enemy to enemy if you want. And also you have access to Easy to Miss as well, so you gain no flanking threat. So that's good. There are many ways you can go with. You can even go Twin Fangs and use that. I would probably recommend using Twin Fangs than Shadow Strike if you wanna go the backstab route, because the Twin Fangs deal more damage. But yeah, that's that. You can basically go full on rogue and pretty much ditch elemental mines and pretty much ditch these three abilities. Take Twin Fangs and Shadow Strike and maybe Flask of Frost, so you can get some damage resistance. And you can pretty much spam these two abilities instead of elemental mines. And that's very viable as well. But I do like the elemental mines, it's pretty cool to see them explode. So that's why I like it. I'm gonna pick Easy to Miss because I actually had a point to spend. So yeah, let's look at the inventory. So I use the best available daggers that I have available. Also the better armor, cooldown reduction amulet. I use a flanking damage bonus ring, but you don't really need the flanking bonus damage ring because you are not really a backstabber with this build, so I would probably replace it with the ring of staggering. With the ring of staggering even. Yeah. So that when I have Flask of Frost up and I go in meleeing people, I have a chance to stagger them, so that could be useful. Or you can put another heal on kill ring if you want. So basically that's the Alchemist. Let's see what she can do. Alright, found me a game and let's see what the Alchemist can do.
To restore some semblance of order. I cannot tell you what they will face.
Alchemist is quite fun in my opinion. This should be rather entertaining.
Hidden in the dales.
We have a good group. We have an arcane warrior. He can easily tank everything for us. And whatnot. We're facing Venatori, so that's kinda the deal here. So yeah, basically what you wanna do with the Alchemist is you wanna lay down traps everywhere. So that elemental mines everywhere.
I'll try.
Ooh, somebody's attacking me. That's not good. Yeah, right. He got that attack in. So yeah, that's what the Alchemist does. You use the fire elixir and then pretty much spam elemental mines everywhere. And once the fire elixir effect ends, you pop Flask of Frost and start meleeing people. So that's basically all you do. Nothing really special there. I pretty much popped the Flask of Frost on cooldown just because.
Look over there.
Because Flask of Frost gives me that damage reduction, so I can actually survive. Freeze this guy. Nice. As you can see, the Flask of Frost will also freeze enemies. Gonna throw the elemental mines here. They will take care of that guy.
I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Ooh. This is not good. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, right.
We've got everything.
Where the hell did you go? Boom, boom, boom. He's dead.
Remarkable.
The Alchemist is not
There's so
really
much
that
life on the surface.
that good.
If not for the Inquisition, I would never have experienced it.
Well, at least my build is not really that good. And on small packs, but on bigger packs it excels because of the elemental mines.
I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Be careful here. And just as with the Hunter, you wanna be make sure that you know the range. You're familiar with the range of elemental mines, so people actually, so you can actually throw them right under their feet instead of too far or too short or too close, I mean. Ooh.
I'm speechless.
Okay, this. Damn it. Couldn't get good mines. Gonna. Oh, I couldn't pop it. Damn it.
When I was trapped in the Vimark Mountains,
Our scouts have learnt of some allies in need, trapped and cornered by our enemies.
All right, we have
Please
some
help me!
couple of
Maker.
assassins.
They must still be out there. I can't leave if they're still out there.
With the Flask of Frost, I can do pretty much anything. The only thing you have to be aware of is that the Flask of Frost actually lasts only 5 seconds, so you want to make sure that you move out when it expires. Alright, I'm gonna take care of these. pop the Flask of Frost. Nice.
I don't believe what I'm seeing.
Ooh. Actually lost quite a bit of HP there for some reason. That was not intended.
Meet your end.
Throw the mines, and I died. What the fuck killed me? Was it the...
Time.
Was it that mage guy?
Get away from me!
I cannot duel him. Oh shit. It's right there.
You and I have very different definitions of hell.
Well, at least the Arcane Warrior could kill it, I couldn't.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll never forget what you did for me today. I think it's safe to make my way out now.
Now this is the part where
Anyone try that ham?
the
No.
elementalist, I mean alchemist can excel. Trap. Just place plethora of mines here and hide, basically. That's what it's about.
I've never seen anything like this.
Wait for the enemies to come to us.
Never seen anything like this.
Boom, 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 boom. You see me popping the Flask of Frost before I use the elixir. That's because the fire flask. That's because I have the passive. My fire flask will actually last longer. So that's the reason why. Gonna lure that guy to my grenade. Looks like everybody's all over the place, so I guess we can do it this way as well. Not that it really matters. Ooh. What the fuck? Why did I lose all that HP? I'm gonna pop. Regeneration potion. Ooh. Screw you. Hitting me like that. I don't know why I popped the fire flasks there, maybe because of panic or something. One more enemy left. So yeah,
The Inquisition is
I couldn't really. Our group was. I guess our group was way too good for me to really show what the Alchemist is about. But yeah, basically you lay traps everywhere and try to lure the enemies into those traps if they chase you. So yeah, that's that basically. So yeah, that's that for the Alchemist. See you next time.